Yo, what's going on, guys? Sinister Skater here. It took me a little bit longer to get this thing started, but the time has finally come. Welcome to the very first episode of Best to Worst for Call of Duty Black Ops 4, the series that is pretty popular on my channel, where after I get Diamond Camo on a weapon class and spent tons of time with each of the weapons, we go in and rank each of those weapons from best to worst in hopes that, if you haven't used some of these weapons or you don't have Black Ops 4 yet, once you hop into Black Ops 4, you'll know what's top tier and wreck people straight off the bat. And us human beings, we like lists. People love to share their thoughts down below in the comments, share their own list. It's just a really fun series to do. Now, before we get into the best gun, we do have to lay down some baselines, as this is the first episode for Black Ops 4 and things are going to be a little bit different this year. First things first, the following list is strictly for multiplayer. Blackout, zombies, they have no part in this. If we do want to do some Blackout episodes in the future, let me know down below in the comments if there's interest in that and how you would how you think that should be formatted. If we should still go by weapon class still, or do all weapons, or whatever you think. The second thing is that what I have considered for comparing weapons and ranking them from best to worst has expanded. I had to do that for Black Ops 4 before, and at previous Call of Duties, I'd kind of use each gun without attachments, without perks, kind of just use them raw, and then I'd also make a neutral class and try to get try-hard gameplays and form my opinions based off that stuff, because all the guns had the same attachments. There wasn't too much that modified them and made them super different. It was pretty even ground, pretty straightforward compared to what we have in Black Ops 4 now. In Black Ops 4, we're considering much more than that, 'cause the ground isn't as even. I've tried the no attachment thing, but we also have to consider the attachments and what attachments work best on each gun, because every single weapon has different attachments. There have specialized attachments. Some attachments are better than others and will make or break a weapon. We've got operator mods in the game. All the different stuff that I have to consider. I'm also considering some online opinions for when I can't decide. So I just want you to keep all that stuff in mind. We're still going to be kind of doing general overviews, still kind of summarize things up quick and easy. We'll touch on damage profiles and things, and range and that. But we're not going in hardcore weapon stats. Nothing changing with that. And I think that is all that needs to be said. So without further ado, as always, you're encouraged to leave your own best to worst list down below in the comments. Modify mine, bash mine, do whatever. But let's get into the best assault rifle, in my opinion, in Black Ops 4, which is going to the King, the Rampart 17. This assault rifle is a high damage, low rate of fire AR, but it just pumps out damage and melts people with and without attachments. It has the fastest time to kill out of the assault rifles with the right attachments. It's the only AR capable of three-shotting people with attachments. It has really good iron sights, very little idle sway, standard aim down sight speed, a little bit of a slower reload. The recoil is very bouncy, but it doesn't climb or kick as much. It just has a lot of side-to-side wobble. But you get used to it. It has very predictable recoil, and it just consistently wrecks in close quarter situations. It melts people when you get towards the middle range. It gets a bit hard to use at mid range with the bounce. You could lose targets at time, but it still just drops people. I wouldn't recommend you use this at long range. I find it pretty unusable there unless you're tapping the gun. But the attachments are critical for what makes the Rampart amazing. It has grip, which will help fight the recoil, makes it more reliable at mid-range, but it also has FMJ, which helps you bypass armor and shoot right through it, which is a way to increase your DPS. But most importantly is it has high caliber 2. You have to equip high caliber 1 to use high caliber 2, but high caliber 2 increases the damage to the upper body, which allows you to 3-shot kill people. And you notice the difference when you're using high caliber 2. You feel people dropping quicker. You notice that it becomes better at range, better at the mid range, even long range some. It's just doing more damage. You have to hit less shots to kill people. High caliber 2 is just here, have a straight up DPS upgrade to your Rampart. You just go dump on people, have a field day. I highly recommend you use your 2 attachment points for high caliber and high caliber 2. I also like to use FMJ 2 because that bypasses that armor. But the thing just excels in damage, dumps on every other assault rifle, no doubt. Best assault rifle in the game right now. At number 2, second best, I have the MADDOX RFB. And if it weren't for high caliber 2, I would be saying this is the best. This is another top tier assault rifle. Fastest rate of fire assault rifle in Black Ops 4, good damage, and on its own it just melts people without any attachments. It has the fastest time to kill without any attachments. It has a large magazine of 40, nice open iron sights. The recoil is actually pretty low. It does bounce a lot and seems like it has a lot of recoil, but it's a lot of visual recoil. The recoil is pretty easy to control. You can hit shots pretty easy with this thing. It does have a lot of idle sway, which doesn't really affect the weapon except for at long range, where I wouldn't really say you should be using this at long range. You can though. It shreds in close quarters combat. You can even just spray at mid range. You don't have to like try to burst fire weapons, but it does burst fire reliably at long range. If you want to tap your trigger, and you can be pretty aggressive with this weapon. All the attachments for the MADDOX are very useful. It has laser sight too, which I guess would be the least useful one. I wouldn't really recommend, but it allows you to hip fire if you want to be kind of like more rushy with this weapon and hip fire. Fast mags and fast mags too increase your reload and makes your reload almost instantaneously every other reload. It has quick draw and quick draw 2, which almost make your aim down sights instantaneous, and it has stock, which lets you, be more mobile when you're aiming down sights. So everything just kind of lets you snap on and kill people even quicker. The operator mod, I wouldn't say I'm really a fan of. I'd kind of avoid that. It has this weird kind of like bursty mechanic with it. But again, all these attachments just enhance its fast time to kill, its easiness to use, and just makes for a very aggressive play style. And it's good. It's also one of the 2 assault rifles that I would recommend that you can use without attachments. So yeah, MADDOX at number 2. Third best assault rifle we have is the VAPR-XKG. This is a full auto fast rate of fire SMG, not SMG, assault rifle, but it specializes in mobility and is pretty much a pseudo submachine gun. When I first used this, I wasn't a fan of it, but I really think that attachments help this weapon out. It has a clip of 35, standard reload speed, standard time to kill. It's like 5 to 6 shots to kill, but its fast rate of fire makes it, I think it has like the same time to kill as like the base Rampart. Its iron sights is the one really big drawback. They suck. I hate them. You need to use an optic with this in my opinion. It has a lot of idle sway, but the idle sway moves very, very slowly, so it's not really a factor because you're not going to be using this weapon at long range where idle sway would matter. You're going to be using it at close quarters. And the recoil is pretty good. The first couple of shots have some kick to it, but after that it's very easy to control. It's a very consistent gun. It's kind of like you just point, shoot, and shred at close quarters. It excels in close quarters combat. It's very usable at mid-range too, but this weapon does have a faster movement speed and sprint out time than all the other assault rifles, which lead to its submachine gun-like gameplay. And again, the attachments help this guy out. It has stock too, which lets you be more mobile when you're aiming down sights and drop shot people while aiming down sights, which is a big factor. It has fast mags, rapid fire, which I think is a must for this weapon. Puts the time to kill right under the MADDOX. And it also has the bayonet operator mod, which you can use for close quarter knife insta kills. I think any combo of those attachments and the right perks can make this gun excel in very aggressive submachine gun style gameplay. Just let you get the jump on people, and I ended up really liking this thing. At number 4, we have the ICR-7, which was a pretty beast gun at launch, but it got toned down a little bit. It's a pretty average gun. It has an average clip size of 35, pretty good iron sights, average fire rate. It doesn't really excel in anything other than being extremely easy to use and having very little recoil, like virtually no idle sway, and a naturally fast reload. It has the FMJ attachment, which is a plus because you can shoot through that body armor. It has quick draw, which is nice because you can get the jump on people, but the big thing for this weapon is the grip attachment and grip 2 attachment. Grip 2 makes the ICR-7 literally have no recoil after you aim down sight for like a second. You can see comparisons in a video I did. I'll link into a card, just armory analysis comparing some recoil and some attachments in the game. Makes the gun super easy to use. But this is the one other assault rifle I say you could use without any attachments. Attachments just make the thing easier to use than it already is, but this gun just won't let you excel in anything other than hitting most of your shots. But I do like it. It's just not as good. It doesn't really excel like the assault rifles that are ranked above it. And then finally, the worst assault rifle we have at number 5, which I've grown to hate this gun so much, is the KN-57, which is a shame because the KN, these AK kind of style weapons have always been good. But if you like this gun in Black Ops 4 in its state right now on November 29th, let me know why down below in the comments. This thing has good iron sights, it has low idle sway, and it's really good hip fire spread. I'll give it that. It's like the tightest hip fire spread out of the assault rifles. It's a slower fire rate assault rifle, but it has high damage, and it's like the second fastest time to kill out of the assault rifles when you don't add any attachments or mods to any of them. Standard reload, standard aim down sight, so you're probably thinking like, what's wrong with this thing? I just think this thing is a hit marker machine. The big thing for me is the recoil on this gun. Vertically, it's very easy to control, but the side-to-side wobble on this thing is atrocious. It makes the gun very, very inconsistent. Like, I feel like this thing has hit detection issues. I don't know if it's the side wobble, but I'm thinking this thing has some weird projectile modifier where the bullets travel slower than other assault rifles. I just feel like when I'm using this thing, I'm missing a bunch of shots. I'm kind of like shooting behind people and lagging behind them when I use this. I don't know what it is, but I really struggle with the KN57. The only range I think it's really good at is at mid-range. I feel like I'm getting outgunned at close quarters. It's not too reliable at long ranges. And I feel like this thing really needs the help of some attachments. When you use some attachments, it gets pretty usable. I think the problem with this gun is that it doesn't really specialize in anything like the other guns. I've already talked about what they specialize in, but the KN's kind of just like a general, kind of like a jack of all trades. It has a wide variety of attachments that you'd see in like older Call of Duties, like different mag attachments, suppressor, grip, quick draw, stock, long barrel. It has it all. Again, the attachments do help. I think that grip is a must. It reduces that side wobble, makes it more consistent from my experience. And hybrid mags definitely help the gun be more agile and let you be more active when you're using the gun. Kind of makes it more usable in close quarter situations. Lets you get back in the gunfights faster. And it has rapid fire, which will increase its time to kill. But I don't know, something about this gun, I think it's the worst. I don't like it. I don't recommend it. I know others who aren't fond of it and bash on it as well. It's a wonky weapon right now. I have to use it for yourself. Again, with grip, it's pretty good, but other guns are better than it. Straight up. I will give the KN57 one thing. It is one of the best guns in Blackout right now, so it has that going for it. But this is multiplayer, so we're talking about that. But that'll wrap up this best to worst. The first one for assault rifles for Black Ops 4. A little bit long because we had to talk a little bit more in the beginning, but let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. Do you agree with my list? Do you think it's totally jacked up? Leave your own best to worst list down below in the comments. Do whatever you want to do. Upvote the ones you agree with. Leave some comments on the other one. Let's have some conversation down there. But that'll be it. Let me know what you guys want to see next. I already have a diamond on my submachine guns and tactical rifles. I'm like one gun off the LMGs and sniper rifles too. But let me know what you'd like to see next. SMGs or tac rifles. Let me know down below in the comments as well. But that'll be it for this one. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to drop a like on the video and subscribe for future gaming and Call of Duty content. And hit that bell notification so you don't miss any of my future uploads. Links are down below in the description for 10% off from trophies as well as any of the AM apparel. You can also find other goodies down there like my Amazon associate links to all the gear I use recording these videos and other fun things like that. So again, thanks for watching guys. My name's 𝐶. Hope you guys enjoyed the first best to worst. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.